Hello, friends. We're live. I hope you guys are having a really good week. Man, it's been kind of crazy. I've not been streaming as often as I would like. Hopefully I'm gonna pick up soon, but it's okay. We're here, we're back. I'm really excited. This is gonna be a fun episode. So I'm gonna load up the game and we can chat. So let's see. Last time we played, we kind of went through prepping for Rex Lapis's funeral with Zhongli. We met Qiqi and Baizhu, discovered that there is no such thing as a cocoa goat or cocoa goat milk. Qiqi really meant coconut milk. And we also got to meet the person who is in charge of Liyue, which is Ningguang the Tianquan. Yeah. And we got to have a chat and kind of like level with her and explain that we're suspicious of the Qixing, which is the people who are in charge of Liyue. We're not sure if they were involved with the death of Rex Lapis, and she leveled with us and she was like, I'm chill. I think you know who the real enemy is, and the reason why we've been keeping quiet about this whole thing is because of our real enemy, which are the Fatui. Which, if you've been following along with the stream, the Fatui are like this political force from another nation, and we've run into them in our first kind of story quest in Mondstadt. They stole the Animo god's gnosis, which is like his godhood, and that may be why they are keeping Rex, like why Liyue is keeping Rex Lapis's body under like lock and key, because the Fatui are also in Liyue and seem to be very interested in that body. So yeah, I think we're having to go meet up with Zhongli now. So that'll be something. I do want to do my dailies because I have not logged into this account today. That may just involve me condensing my resin, but I do want to do that. And then after that, we actually have some wishing to do, finally, because the new Inazuma Chronicled Wish is out. And I said way back when we were talking about characters that we might want to wish for on this account, I said Kazuha, because, you know, we have our stream rules for this playthrough, and one of those rules is we can only use characters who are willing to and able to travel with us. So like no using characters who have really demanding jobs. We can't. We're using Ningguang right now because she's in Liyue, but we can't use her after Liyue because she literally runs the country. So we can't just like drag her all over Teyvat while we look for our brother. And yeah, so like we can bring Bennett because he's in the Adventurers Guild. And we can bring Xiangling most of the time, you know, when we need her, because she's canonically, like, she travels all over Teyvat looking for funky ingredients for cooking. So that's chill. So I've been leveling them, kind of in keeping with the rest of the account leveling. And then I've had to work on Kaya purely because to level Xiangling, the Traveler, and Bennett, we have to do a lot of pyro enemies, and for obvious reasons, Xiangling is not great at those. So I've been leveling Kaya. I've also been leveling Lisa because I'm not entirely positive if we will manage to get official copy before we get to Sumeru. I would love that, but we need an Electro character. Like it would be, well, we don't need one. It would be really great. It would be really great if we could have an Electro character for Sumeru, because again, one of my other rules is that we have to be the Traveler must be the element of the region that we are in currently, like that we're doing the Archon quest for. So like for, you know, we were Animo in Mondstadt obviously, and then once we got to Liyue we swapped to Geo. When we get to Inazuma she's going to have to be Electro, and when we get to Sumeru she's going to have to be Dendro. So we need some good supporting characters. Fischl would be awesome. The other reason I was saying Fischl is because Fischl's also...
If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients.
Xiangling, please. I'm talking here. I'm talking. Okay, thank you. What was I saying before? before I get interrupted. Right, Fischl's part of the Adventurers Guild, so she can also kind of come with us and travel with us whenever. So she'd be a great addition. Lisa, I'm leveling for Sumeru in case we don't get Fischl because my bestie reminded me that Lisa went to school in Sumeru and like canonically takes vacations there, so she could feasibly come with us on like a vacation and help us out while we're there. So yeah, anyway, for those rules, for that reason, I was gonna wish for Kazuha because the dude's a wanderer. He lives his best herb smoking life. So he's very chill, very demure. He can come with us when we travel. He's not doing anything except being a leaf on the wind. So, and also he's just a good character, and it would be nice to have an animo character who we can take with us for the rest of the game. So, what are the notifications here? I have mail. Oh, a survey. Nice. Okay, awesome. I didn't do that event, but okay. So
I
dailies.
can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with
Dailies,
salt and
dailies,
pepper
dailies.
or garlic and herbs.
The nice thing is that I can actually condense resin now, so it'll go a bit more quickly. I'm trying to think about who I've been building. So Kaya, we're not really worrying about artifacts right now. He's done. That's right. Oh, Barb. That's who I was working on because she's our only Hydro character, so I kind of have to build her. I am obliged to build Barbara. And not that I don't like Barbara. She's not a bad character to have. But, like, I love Barbara. I use her all the time on my main account. It's just, for purposes of this account, I was saying when we started, I can't really take Barb many places because I think Jean would kill us. So we can't, like, we can take Barb overworld because she goes on tour. But, like, we're not bringing Barb to boss fights because I think Jean would kick her ass if we tried to do that. So, but we need a Hydro character for things. So I've been building her. Anyway, all that to say, that's right. I think I'm in Leyline Hell. Am I in Leyline Hell? Because I don't think I have the materials. Yeah. And then weapons. I kind of want to level this. I don't know who I'm going to hand it to. I really like Lisa on Magic Guide. Oh no, I don't need to bother with a weapon right now because we're not going to be using Ningguang much longer. So Barbara can just take Thrilling Tales off of her. Okay, so let's condense some resin and then go run ley lines real quick. And then that'll be my dailies. Actually, you guys don't need to sit with me while I run ley lines. I can do that off stream. Let me just condense my resin. And then we'll go talk to Catherine. And then we'll do wishing. And then we'll be on with the story.
Race you!
That's simpler. I'm so glad I can condense resin finally. It's been so long. Like I said, it's been almost 5 years, I think, that I forgot how you even get that recipe. And it's because you don't get it until you can get high enough reputation in Liyue. So, yeah. That was a pain. So let me grab that. Let me get these.
Thank you for completing.
Thank you, Catherine. Let me just claim my battle pass stuff. Because this actually matters. Okay, I wanted those extra Prima Gems. Oh, and then is there a new... Shall we try this real quick? It's gonna be kind of embarrassing because this account is so low level. And also, I don't know how to use Yelan. But I really want those Prima Gems for Kazuha. So we might do this real quick. Gosh. I'm nervous, you guys. Yeah, okay. What are the... Okay, we have... I don't really have Dendro. I have my level 20 Kale. Okay, they want us to Hyperbloom is my guess. Oh, no, wait, don't they give us trial characters? That's right. Okay, I can get a free Nahida. Awesome. And then Lisa. That actually makes that way simpler. I don't know if I'm going to bother even tossing Kale in there. I don't know that... Maybe I want a healer. Do I want a healer? And we have Hu Tao. That's gonna be a piece of cake. Well, I'll slot... Oh no, I don't want Benny in there. I don't have a good shielder for Hu Tao though. Like Ningguang can make shields on a budget, but it's not great. It'll probably be fine. And then I guess Barb? Yeah, it's not gonna matter. I'm probably not even gonna use Barb, except to pop her skill, so. Okay. No, I really want, like, Bennett in there. I know the healing is gonna mess with Hu Tao, but I'm more concerned about the attack buff. We'll see how good we do. Like I said, this account isn't really built, so we're not going to do well in any challenges, but I want to at least try to get that first stack of Prima Gems. This is not the rotation that I want. Hi, bud.
Don't waste my time.
Ow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, how does one use Yilong? Oh no. I also know there's like an attack combo that you're meant to do with Hu Tao, but I don't know what it is.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. It's nothing.
Shield. And then... There we go. That's something, right? Ow.
Cross over.
Yeah, that's something for sure.
Go.
And
Everybody stand back. Submit.
Here comes the catch.
See?
I could get Yelan on the main one of these days. I have my C6 Xingqiu, so I'm not really concerned.
I'm going in.
Your
I
life
also
is
have
mine.
no clue if Yelan's first snapshots.
Give up.
It'd be great if it did.
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted.
Yeah, why is the trial Hu Tao actually kind of doing numbers? Normally the trial characters are kind of dog shit, but... Though to be fair, I don't know, maybe those aren't good numbers for Hu Tao. I don't have her, so... Okay. And then I have to like get my bearings here. Right, we're doing Hyper Bloom, which is not easy with Lisa. I've been playing around with it, but I think we can do it.
Hey.
Vita I do have, so I do know how to use her. Thank God.
Quietly now. Gotcha. Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey.
We'll see how this goes. Well, not bad. Not bad. Her skill doesn't really consistently hit the blooms. You have to intentionally aim it to get it to work.
Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands.
So yeah, I'm not confident. I feel like it would almost be better if I didn't bother with Lisa and I literally just
Come a little
Yelan and
closer.
Nikita for Bloom. Because they're so strong by themselves.
Come a little closer. Quietly now.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Try not
Please
to
do not
enjoy
judge
this.
my gameplay, okay?
Here comes the catch.
This account is so low level. I'm doing my best here.
You're in for a little shock.
And using Lisa for Hyper Bloom is very good. You're doing okay though. It's not bad. It's not
Everyone hold
terrible.
hands.
Things are about to get dicey. You're in for a little shock. Surrender and be gentle. I'm a bit rusty.
Oh god. Okay, doesn't matter. Alright. We got some primos. That's fine. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. Yeah. On this account, that's as good as I'm gonna get. We did really well on Freeze, because Freeze is a piece of cake. But, okay. Now we can do our wishing. And we'll see how we do. So yeah, my plan was we wish for Kazuha, and then if we have wishes, like if we get him, and we have wishes left over, I will wish for Mist Splitter for Illumine. because I think that would be great for her to have on this account since we're maining Lumine. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to get, honestly. We'll see. Because yeah, I don't even have a guarantee. So we could lose our 50-50. Honestly, most of the characters, well, it wouldn't be great actually on this account to lose our 50-50 to anybody. Kazuha is practically the only character on this banner that we can use after Inazuma. But at least then we'll have an Inazuma character, right? Okay? So it's not, it won't be terrible. Because right now our Inazuma roster for when we get there is looking really bleak. I don't know why I looked at my history. I haven't wished. Have it, I guess. There's no pity. Yeah. Okay, let me out. Let me out of here. Please. Thank you. Okay. Who knows? Maybe we'll get really, really lucky. He would, whatever 5-star, if we do get a 5-star, it will be our first one on this account. So that's exciting. And the other nice thing about this banner is that I like the chronicled banners because you know that if you lose your 50-50, you're not losing it to a standard character. You're just losing it, like this banner, there's no way to lose. It's a stacked banner. Every character on it is good. Oh, Toma. We'll take a Toma. That's actually really good. We can use Toma. Because I have Heizo, but the problem with Heizo is that he's a cop and we're on, like, Inazuma's most wanted list early in the game. So we can take... But Toma's our buddy, so we can take Toma. That's awesome. I'm so glad that we pulled a Toma. That's really helpful, actually. Because now we'll have Overload, at least. For Inazuma. Okay. I'm also really hoping for some Favonius weapons because we don't have any yet, and that's really killing me. Because right now Ben is on Skyrider, which is painful. It's not fun. Yes! Okay, because, listen, I have Shanling on Prototype Starter Litter, which isn't terrible, but Favonius is infinitely better. I'm so pleased. Excellent. That's amazing. Okay. Please be Kazuha. Please let streamer luck and beginner account luck be real. I'm so stressed out.
Come driving
Yes!
rain or winds that churn,
Okay.
I shall return by blade alone, armed if barefoot, to my home.
Okay, awesome.
I am Kaidohara Kazuha, a wanderer who roams the land. Since we are both travelers, let us journey together for a time.
Sweet. Okay. Thank you, Kazuha. Thank you for coming home on a reasonable schedule. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. I was stressing. I was stressing about this account.
Sayu,
Oh my
Matsuban,
gosh.
at your disposal. Phew.
Hey,
But if you don't
baby.
need me right now, I'm gonna grab some sleep. Nope, no need to tuck me in. I need the extra room to grow into.
Baby. Okay, this is great. Our Inazuma roster is fixed. Because we can use Sayu. And that gives us a healer. So right now we have, it'll be 2 Animo. It's gonna be an odd team comp, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll have Lumine, we'll have Kazuha, Toma, and Sayu. That's really good. That's really, really good. Okay. Excellent. I don't think I wanna... Hang on. Who else do we have on this banner? No, how do I check? Details. Right? Maybe? Yes, okay. Because... yeah, I think the only characters who we could reasonably take with us other places are gonna be Ito and, Chiori. But the problem is that, like, I don't know, both of them have jobs. I mean, job is a loose term for what Ito does, but, like, they're busy. So, like, and Chiori we could use in Fontaine, but, and she's a really strong unit, but I don't know if I want to use my wishes on her. I think we'd be better off wishing for a Mist Splitter. Wait, what is... Can I look at Ayato's sword? How do I switch? How do I use the spanner? Oh, there we go. Cancel path. Okay. Because I think I'm between... What does this do? Right, this is all geo damage based. I'm assuming this is Kazua's. Interesting. It looks cool as hell. I think Mist Splitter is going to be our best kind of catch-all option. Elemental damage bonus. And normal attack damage bonus. Okay, I mean... Yeah... I think out of the options, if we're going to wish on a weapon, it's going to be Mist Splitter. Yeah, 12% elemental damage bonus for all elements. With extra. Okay. Yeah, and it's a crit damage boost, so I think that's going to be our best option. Who is this weapon intended for? Is this Ayaka's weapon this is intended for? I can't remember if this is a signature for anybody. Okay, so let's set our path for Mist Splitter. And we'll use the rest of our wishes. I'm not concerned about saving wishes because this is not really a wish account. We're not gonna... I'll do my standards, but... If we're going to be getting another character on this account, I think but the only other viable character would be, like, Zhongli. Okay, I'll take a rust. That's actually okay for physical official. I think. The base attack might be kind of low for her. I can't remember. I'll take a rust, though. I'm so pleased that we got Kazuha. I was genuinely nervous.
I am Kujo Sara.
Oh, man.
You may forget my name, but this you must know. On my watch, Inazuma will always be defended, and the will of the Shogun will always be done. Deity or demon, if you make an enemy of me, you will be struck down. Oh, don't be so nervous. I've agreed to fight by your side, and I will honor that commitment. I may be uncompromising on matters of great importance, but on most other things, you'll find me quite easygoing.
Oh, I'm conflicted. I love Kujosara. I actually use her a lot on my main, but we can't really use her. Because she's on the opposite side in Inazuma, also a cop, so... we could use her sometimes, but we can't really take her with us. We can use her when we're in Inazuma doing other Inazuma quests, I guess. Kind of like Heizo. And we'll keep wishing on this banner as long as it's up. I would really love to get a copy of Mist Splitter. We're not really accumulating a lot of wishes on this account, though. Oh, another Favonius Lance. Excellent. That's a really good. Okay, I'm happy with that. What do we have? The other reason I'm really trying to... Oh my god! If this is Mist Splitter, I'm gonna be flabbergasted. It is? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my god. This happened. What's with this banner? This happened to me on my main account too, where I won my 50-50 on Ayato, and then I got Capturing Radiance on Raiden, and that was under 80 wishes. I think it was like 70 wishes. I got both of them. Insane.
General Goro
Oh,
of the
hey, buddy.
Watatsumi Island Resistance ready and waiting. I've long heard of your sterling reputation, and I look forward to fighting our way to victory side by side. So, what do you think? Did that sound inspiring?
He's so cute. Unfortunately, kind of useless on this account. I might find a way to shoehorn him in when we're in Inazuma, but oh, buddy. Okay, we got Mist Splitter. That makes me so happy. Do we keep wishing on this banner? Or do we save? I'm conflicted because we got what we wanted, and I don't think I need. Does Kazuha significantly improve with constellations? Is that worth wishing for? Gosh, our roster got so much bigger. Okay, are you worth? What are your constellations do? I mean, it's decent. Yeah, like the constellations are good, but I don't know, like we're not gonna get those. But I also don't know who the hell we're saving for on this account. Maybe I'll hang on to him. Because this is completely free to play, we got what we needed, so I'm kind of hesitant to wish on something that we may not necessarily need. I'm gonna go ahead and refine that lance real quick. Oh, and we do have like a standard banner pull that we can do. Usually I'd like to keep two separate and I wouldn't refine this early, but it's not an Abyss running account, so I'm not really concerned about keeping weapons like separate. And that's, for Xiangling, that's worth refining. Okay, excellent. So we got a 5-star weapon, we got a 5-star character. I'm very pleased. Unfortunately, I checked the materials and we can't actually level Kazuha or Mist Splitter until we get to Inazuma, but that's fine because we're almost there. So it all works out. But excellent. And then that should get us, yeah, our 50 wish on the battle pass. Excellent. Couple more mats. Oh, that's right. We had a standard wish to do. Let's go do that real quick. Silly, goofy little standard wish. And it's nothing. Cool. Okay, and
Is
then...
there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
I don't think we do, but I want to check if we have glitter for Bennett. Not quite. Damn. It's just he's C0 right now, so we're only getting his attack buff half the time, which really sucks. Ah. Oh well. I don't think I'm gonna wind up with 10 glitter. I don't think it's worth like wishing on a banner that we don't need just to get the glitter for Bennett right now. I don't think that I'm gonna get 10 glitter in like 10 wishes. That would be ridiculous. So, okay. Cool. Quest time. Let's set up our party and we'll get going. Oh, this is our party. Wait, this is what we're using. Sweet. Never mind. I don't need to do anything. I'm so relieved that we got the Favonius Lance. That's huge. I would have loved a sword, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, what are we doing? Right, okay. So you finally ascended to the Jade Chamber, where Ning Guang was waiting for you. She graciously accepted Paimon's gift and offered one in return. You spoke at length about many things, deities, archons, and even the Fatui. Right. And I think now we're going to go talk to Zhongli again. I believe that's the plan. Because we still have to do the ritual, I believe, for the funeral. We haven't done that yet. Okay. Man, I love the scenery. I love it. Oh, we'll have to do Dragon Spine, I think, in between Inazuma. I have to look up the order, the release order. I believe Dragon Spine was released in between Inazuma, or sorry, in between Liyue and Inazuma, so we might have to do that first before we do Inazuma. I'm trying to go in order as best I can. Okay, let's see. Where is he? He's down here? Ooh, real quick. I gotta kill these guys.
Out of the frying pan, into the
I
fire.
legitimately need so many sigils.
It's nothing.
It's actually stupid.
Submit.
Between Bennett and Kaya? God.
Let's light it up.
So, don't mind me while I just get rid of these guys real quick. It feels bizarre to have to actively hunt treasure hoarders. Because, you know, I've been playing since V1 on my other account, so it's like, it's not something I ever have to think about. Because you just accumulate so much at that point. Okay. Thank you, buddy.
Picked the wrong
Appreciate
test
it.
subject.
Appreciate it. Okay. And hopefully the sound balancing is okay for you guys. I've kind of been messing with it. I'm not positive. Why are the Fatui here? Hello? Do I have to get through these guys for the quest?
Really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper.
Damn.
And they look really mad at us too.
Okay. Hi guys. What's up?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Oh god.
Eat this!
Once again, Bennett's self-pyro app is gonna be really annoying. But we'll be fine.
Let's light it up. Off we go. Adventure time. Give up. Everybody stand back.
Shake!
Oh god. Okay, that's fine. We made it. I love how the Geo guy is just vibing. Oh, there he goes. Okay.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Thought he was just gonna watch us kill his friends. This is gonna take forever without cryo. That's the one problem.
Your life is mine. Don't waste my time.
It's okay. Well, actually, yeah. I was gonna say we're gonna kill him before his shield actually goes down.
Drop!
Off we go.
Go. There he is.
Starball!
There we go.
Crumble apart!
Thank you. The Geo guys really are the most perplexing of the Fatui cast because they really do not seem to do anything. Because they don't even seem to do damage. Because at least the Animo Boxers will hit you every once in a while. I cannot figure out what the Geochanters do. Okay. Ooh, a chest. Hi.
A keen eye.
Let's move.
Oh, there is. I was gonna say there has to be another one up here. Oh, you were gonna be a pain, mister.
Have a load of this.
Is there a body of water I can bully him into close by? I don't think so.
Careless.
Let's light it up.
If I can keep him staggered, that might work. Because I just don't want him to get his shield up.
Starball!
Yeah, there we go. Because we're not equipped to deal with pyro shields. Okay. Now I assume that we have to smack this with Hazo. Ba-bum. I guess we could use Kazuha. Let's see. I think Hazo's going to be the simplest. Where is he? There he is.
I'm on the case.
I'm getting, like, turned around because my roster doesn't look how I'm used to it looking. Okay. Is there another one? Are there more of these? What am I missing here? Surely it has to be obvious, right? Because we have to get... Wait. Yeah, we have to get down there. Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see.
Drop!
Okay. Nope. I'm not gonna make it in time. I goofed. Well, I thought I had it. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. What am I missing here? Okay, let's get rid of Hazo real quick. There she is.
Understood.
Oh, is there just that I have to kill this other... Really? Do I have to just... Is that the problem? I have to kill this other guy? Possibly?
Everybody stand back!
Eat this!
I don't think so, because it's kind of far away from the quest marker, but... Oh dear.
This should be fun.
I hate it when this happens. Bro, can you get off, please? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't waste my time.
Not breaking a sweat.
Really appreciate it.
Starball!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Submit!
This should be fun.
Oh, that feels like such a waste of a burst.
My duty
Okay.
at an end.
Okay. What am I missing here? I'm sure it's obvious. I'm sure it's obvious. Oh, yep, it was obvious. Awesome. Love that for me.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
It looks like they're copying the pattern on the talisman. And maybe they're trying to reproduce a talisman?
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows!
Yeah.
It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you.
Yeah, I remember this.
But how did a relic of Yadeptai end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious.
Well, it's not just a relic.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic.
Right.
Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers.
Oh man, they're just saying this outright. I thought this was lore that was kind of... I didn't remember this when I was playing, so I thought... I knew this in the back of my head, but I thought it was lore that was in text somewhere hidden. But no, they're just like outright saying it. Okay, crazy.
Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission
Yeah.
in hopes of achieving a similar effect.
They were planning that all the way back here. Crazy.
Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Seems the Fatui are definitely up to something. Maybe this paper is only a snippet of a much bigger plan.
And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Li soon.
Right.
The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Yeah, because remember the Fatui were trying to like Dottore is trying to make fake visions. Or like he's been researching how to... His whole exercise in blasphemy, you know? He's trying to make visions. So... And sigils of permission are like little tiny visions, which is crazy. I'll remind you guys, because Zhongli was handing those out like candy on his own. And as far as we know otherwise, visions only come from Celestia. So, yeah. Zhongli is sus. It's very, very sus. Okay. I don't want to fight this ruin guard right now, so we're going to go around him. Okay. There he is. Hey, look at him vibing. Hey, bud.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Business people are always friendly when it suits their interests.
Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Yeah. Ningguang is both highly intelligent and highly ambitious.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
No surprises there.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
And now they're trying to reproduce the sigil of permission.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Of course we are.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
So you need me to sing?
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
Yeah, I can hold a tune.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
I'm not singing on stream. I hope this is voice acted. Okay. Because I'm not. You guys aren't gonna get me to sing for this. Okay, perfect.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
Ahem.
Da 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 da.
We're singing Barbara's little theme song. That's so cute.
What happened?
Oh my god.
These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is
Oh
it
my god.
Because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Zhongli is such a piece of shit.
Nice and spicy. Shake!
Oh my god. He's really just giving us the runaround with this quest. First the Coco Goat, and now this.
Out of the frying pan, into the pot.
Bennett, I need your burst. Thank you.
Going in.
Ow.
Your life is
Rude. Okay, I hate that they have, like, no poise. Makes them so hard to group. Oh my god, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh god.
Don't waste my
Thank
time.
you.
Crumble apart.
Almost there. Almost there.
Booba, get them.
Everybody stand back!
Is that it? Yeah, okay, we got it.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Those flowers put up quite a fight.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
No, he just wants them so he can give them to his boyfriend. It's okay.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's-her-face? Paimon can't remember.
This is so out of pocket. I'm not gonna disrespect her like that. Greetings, Ganyu.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
It isn't a secret, so perhaps you just assumed we knew? I guess it was our fault for not asking.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu.
Yeah, how can you not remember Ganyu? I know, right?
She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
So that means...
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Paimon, look at her head, babes. I need you to use that singular brain cell that's knocking around in your skull.
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
Both of these are out of pocket. So you're half Chilean? That explains the horns.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Zhongli, you seem more suited to working in an agricultural development.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already.
Ain't that the truth?
Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Cool. Yeah, staring at Zhongli while saying this. I got a bit emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Like, because she doesn't know and he's standing right there. And they're clearly...
What is that?
I don't know, I don't want to say they're clearly pretty close because it could be more of like a senpai situation, but like, Ganyu really cares about him. They have matching voice lines. Because their enemy at, or sorry, their ally at low HP voice line is the same. Because Farmer Zhongli, yeah. Because Zhongli, when an ally is at low HP, says, "Don't rush your enemy," and Ganyu also says, "Don't rush your enemy," but she's like quoting it. So I don't know, and she, you know, her burst line is for Rex Lapis and everything. Like, she really cares about him. So, damn, yeah. And she's so sweet. I love her. All right, man, I love Liyue Harbor. It's legitimately my favorite place in the game. Ugh, it's so pretty. Is that the Gnosis? Am I, like, tripping? Not the actual Gnosis, obviously, but that looks like the shape of it. You know what I mean? Interesting. How have I played this game for 5 years and I never clocked that? More Fatui. Yay.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Yeah, is there anything that we can do? We can't just stand by and watch.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Classic Zhongli. Giving the most cryptic but useful advice.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Yeah, Child, that ginger guy. You know, Mr. More Money Than Sense.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Follow me. there's only one place he would go. Yeah. Are you guys ready for this? Because I'm not. I'm so hyped. Like I said, like I haven't played this with sound. I played this on my phone, I think at work, no sound, even this quest. So I'm genuinely so hyped for this. I'm so excited. And it's been 5 years, so I don't remember it very well. Wait, do we have a teleport waypoint? We don't. There's no faster way to get there. Okay. Oh, it's exciting. I will say I would have paid money to see Hu Tao versus the Millilith over this. I wish we would have gotten that cutscene. That would have been dope. I want to see what unhinged explanation she's giving people. Let's see, does this road? No. I'm not climbing those cliffs on this stamina. Oh, man. I'm so excited. I couldn't remember how quickly we got to this point in the quest. So I'm pleasantly surprised. This came up faster than I thought it would. I also can't remember the last time that I've actually walked here. It's really pretty. I normally just teleport straight here. Okay. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. My party is good to go. We're fine. We'll survive. We got this. I'm not worried. Is it still Hu Tao's dad? I can't remember at what point he dies.
Wow! This is the Golden House?
And there's the Exuvia. Oh my gosh.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
If it were that easy, this place would have been emptied long ago.
Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here.
Yeah, one of us has to have brain cells.
But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
I need to focus, Paimon. We better check on the Exuvia first. Something feels amiss here.
Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
The Millilith. They've been knocked unconscious?
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Yeah, we're smug when you need it. For real. Okay.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
How did you find out it was here? It looks like I was just in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the more immense, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
Not if I have anything to say about it. I won't allow you to get near the Exuvia.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway.
Are you sure about that, bud?
The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I could never defeat you. You're completely delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Let's go. Square up.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very
God,
few
wait.
ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me. And
This is
don't
gonna
you
actually
dare
be hard. I have to
disappoint.
pay attention. Oh no.
Cowering already?
Oh my god. Will you let up, please? I don't have stamina. I don't have stamina. Ah! Oh my god, let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me breathe, bud.
Nice and spicy!
Submit!
Passable effort. You're wide open.
Ow. Oh my god, my stamina.
Let's light it up!
Poor timing. Try this.
It's nothing.
Eat this!
I'm not even gonna bother. Normally I'd wait for Bennett's first so that she can snapshot, but
Shake!
there we go.
Made some progress.
Starfall!
I'm going in! Off we go!
'Cause we're not even through the first phase yet.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Not bad, not bad. Not bad.
We got this.
You've
We can
got
do
a
it.
trick or two. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Right, bud. Square up.
Something else catch your eye?
I kick your ass every week. I can do this all day.
It's nothing.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Phase blood. No use hiding back there.
Toast! Out of the frying pan, into the...
Teamwork is dreamwork!
I don't know what this move is. I haven't seen that move in a long time. Heck.
Tide.
Okay, we got it though. We got it.
something else catch your eye?
You were on life support, bud.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh man. This I'm not sure about. We can do it, but I'm gonna stress the whole time.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah!
Okay, child. It is such a cool boss design. It's such a cool boss design. Hang on, I gotta eat. I'm not doing this without food. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Crit boost, thank you. Defense boost won't hurt. Pyro boost, Geo boost. And then I need stamina, I need stamina. Please tell me I have it. Yes, thank you, sprint. Okay. Alright, we got this. We're good. We're good. We're good.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Ow. Ow! Oh my god. I need to save burst so I can iframe.
Starfall! Drop!
I think he also has one of the best boss themes. Next to like Arlecchino and
Nice and
Scaramouche.
spicy. I'm going in! Huh?
Don't waste my time.
There we go. Snapshot.
Shake!
We got this. We got this. We're almost there. I just need to not get greedy.
Gooba, get them!
Oh, oh dear. Is this the whale? This is the whale. Oh my god, this is the whale. It's fine. We didn't die. Xiangling is on life support, but it's okay.
Everybody stand back!
Blood
Some you win, and some you
Oh
lose.
man. The wedding.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Very astute observation, Paimon. Thank you.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Oh, that is interesting that this is an option. Because I'm collecting the powers of the seven elements, and because I'm gradually restoring my former power.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Yeah, well, it's Child, okay? There's nothing normal about him.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lapis still lives, and the corpse was fake?
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts.
Child, I don't know how well you know your history, but the guy did win the Archon War, so I would expect that he's good at strategy, you know what I mean?
As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Also, who's we? I hope he doesn't mean us.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
Great.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
I saw your research with my own eyes. You've been trying to duplicate them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Slow down, bud. Oh boy. That symbol on his back looks so familiar. I can't place it though.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Damn.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
I forgot how good this is. This is peak. Oh my god. Yeah, Think about the fact that they underestimated Zhongli for the jump is why we're here. Yep.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
Girl, what do you mean? The thing is 1,000 feet tall.
Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
Paimon, do you need glasses? What do you mean?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Let's go.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
Let's go. Oh, that's cool as hell. She deserved to be a 5-star. Girl got shortchanged. Fuck yeah. I don't get tired of her voice either, for real.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Let's go.
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
Oh, whoops.
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia.
Ning, would you aim
Let
properly,
one
please?
see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
We got this. I remember when I did this on my main account, it was so fun because I had Ganyu, Ningguang, I think Shanling, and the Traveler. So aside from Shanling, I had people who were like canonically here, and that was so fun. But this is part of why I wanted when we're doing this playthrough to use characters who could feasibly be here or were part of the region, because it just, I don't know, it does something for the story to me.
Let's light it up!
We got this. It's not a problem. Easy.
Submit!
Easy.
Too far.
Okay. All right.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Oh, wow. Zhao warned us and everything.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
God, she's so cool. I love Ning so much. Oh, we gotta go kill the Hydro guy. We gotta go kill the Hydro guy. Hang on.
The ancient gods attacking again!
Oh, I made it
There are
worse.
so many Fatui too! We can't help!
Oh my god.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Come on. Come
Don't
on.
lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy!
Fuck yeah.
That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave!
Fuck
This
yeah.
blade is really strong!
Thank you, Ping.
Give up. Your life is mine.
Get over here.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
We got this. We got this. Not a problem.
This isn't good.
Do you mind, mister? Thank you.
I guess this is it. Have a look at this.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might.
Fuck yeah.
I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
Oh, this is so. I'm getting like emotional.
My
I
name
love
means
this.
swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
This is so cool. This is so cool. I love this. It's like Natlan almost.
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
Oh yeah, we can.
This
We got
will hurt
this.
a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
We got this. Easy.
Rumble apart!
This really is peak. I'm starting to remember why Liyue was the point where I started getting attached to the story. This is awesome.
Get them!
Submit!
Give up.
No excuse for slacking.
Eat this!
Yeah, it's really making me emotional, just like Natlan.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Right, exactly, pitching.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Sure is, Bennett.
Looks like I...
Give up.
Rumble apart!
If I'm not talking, it's just because I'm concentrating, but I'm having so much fun. Oh, buddy. Get off. Someday I'll learn how to aim those properly, so that doesn't happen.
Submit.
For real.
Nice and spicy.
I will say this experience is very enhanced by actually being
Fatui's
good at
numbers
this
are
game
fitting.
now.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
I don't think it went this smoothly when I played it the first time. I really doubt it did.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Is Osile a dragon? I know that's not confirmed, but now that I'm looking at him, I think he might be. Oh, let's go, Zhao.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I have goosebumps.
I understand.
I have goosebumps. I'm not,
Traveler,
like, no
lend me
cap,
a
I have
hand.
goosebumps.
Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
That was so good. It was so good. I'm so glad I get to replay that. Free game, you guys. Insane. Free mobile game when this came out.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
On brand.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
Okay, Mooncarver, slow down.
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
Okay, slow down.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there is discord between the Guardians and those they were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
This is what we learned in the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
Oh my god, thank God for Peng.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Oh, baby.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
She really said, I did not want to be here. I love her so much.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
She learns in a very specific way. Yeah. Oh my god, Paimon. They've listened to what the people have said, and they're trying to understand things from their perspective.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
You can say that again. The Adepti were quite reasonable in the end.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Yeah, Paimon, let's. Man, that was so good. I mean, I say it's better than I remember, and that's probably because, again, like, I played that on mobile 5 years ago with no sound. Which I still really enjoyed it. And that's a testament to how well written and how good this quest is, that I remember that cutscene and enjoy it. I remember deeply enjoying that cutscene and the gameplay, even though it was on mobile, no sound 5 years ago. It's just so good. I legit got goosebumps, which is crazy. The writing in this game is just so underrated.
Try something new at the One Mean Restaurant.
Had me so hyped. Alright, Zhongli, what do you have to say for yourself, bud? Literally, what were you doing this whole time?
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
Paimon, need I remind you, there was a many-headed god made out of water blocking out the sky. I don't think there's any way he missed that. Okay? There was a hurricane happening, and the Jade Chamber plummeted from the sky and nuked the ocean. I really don't think there's any possible way that he missed that happening.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Man. Yeah, that's so fair. I think it was around the first lantern rite where I think I tossed them my first $5 for a Welkin, just because I was like, I've more than gotten $5 out of this game at this point. It was well worth it to me. Man, that very first lantern rite, such fond memories. Alright, let me not talk to Vlad this time. There we go. Every single time I get stuck talking to Vlad.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
You guys, I deadass forgot Signora wasn't dead. It's been so long. And I've been in, like, RIP Signora mode for so long that, like, it was... I deadass forgot that she wasn't dead, and it was jarring to see her standing there. Anyway.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the City of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
No, but I can go again. I'm recovered.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Wait, okay. Signora and Zhongli?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
She really said the adults are talking.
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Agreement? And the Gnosis?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Damn.
How sanctimonious.
So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis. I mean, I did have my suspicions.
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait. That's
Lumine
an
is
exciting twist
pissed.
and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I'm afraid I don't understand. And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Please do.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So were you satisfied with the finale?
Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too.
I mean, he probably wouldn't have even needed the Gnosis to do so, honestly.
Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You've really embarrassed yourself this time.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Yep, Zhongli did use him. Oh my god, why is she so tall? Holy cow.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo-Archon offered you. What could possibly be worth a Gnosis?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Oh my god. I need answers. Zhongli, please.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo-Archon? Paimon's so curious.
I just want to see if there's any extra dialogue before we walk out of here.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Ugh, you're so petty.
Paimon, I think the point is that he's the exact opposite of petty, but okay. Damn. Okay. Because we still don't have an answer to that, and I don't think we're going to get an answer to that until Shneznaya, which is crazy. Like, I have theories, but... Oh, that went by so fast.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I agree, honestly. Okay.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Yeah, I don't think the Fatui know either. I think it was literally just the Tsaritsa and Zhongli. Just a private conversation. The only person who I could put money on maybe knowing is Dottore. Maybe Piero. I don't know, with all of this shit that Dottore knows, like with his conversation with Mahita, I kind of suspect that he might know, but... yeah...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Hear ye all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis wasn't murdered. He just died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
I mean, Paimon, were you not paying attention to our conversation with Zhongli?
Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
Yeah, I think you've hit the bullseye this time.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Yeah, the contract is fair. I have a suspicion that Well, I'll talk about that after we get the cutscene. Cutscene first.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
I love that we get some voice acting. Oh no! Hi! Let's see. Hi, baby.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it.
Okay, slow down.
But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Girl, what did...
Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Oh. Iconic, I suppose. As per the traditions of the rite of parting, the cleansing sound of the bell sees the soul of the immortal on its way. It's hard to believe someone would store such a precious object in a teapot filled with cobwebs.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Let's see, who else can we talk to? A specially prepared perfume made from an exotic type of silk flower. It has a faint scent. Still, why would Rex Lapis go for the scent preferred by older women? But gee, I wonder why. The 7 kites used in the ceremony, which represent the 7. How long before I find the one who took my brother? Okay, who else can we talk to? Who else? Oh, you probably? Oh, and the censer. Everlasting incense. The lengths we went to get our hands on that. The powders made from glazed lilies still remain at the bottom. 2,999,000 more is worth of incense going up in smoke. Ugh.
Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
You know, get that bag. I think Rex Lapis would approve. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Here for his own wake.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. and here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinye kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinye kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
You've been this way this entire time, but why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
See, that's a piece of lore that I think a lot of people miss. He doesn't say that he could. He says he can. He just chooses not to. He could still mint Mora. And he was transmuting gold way before he ever got the Gnosis. He doesn't need it for that.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Paimon! That is so disrespectful. Oh my gosh.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
Listen, it's okay. His wallet just has 2 legs and orange hair. It's fine.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the 7.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed? Who's the god that rules Inazuma?
The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
He is the Purple Lightning lesbian, yes, and Paimon is absolutely savage.
But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Like, foci. Which, I don't know, to me that implies that that power is already there and already innate, which is what we keep seeing over and over in Genshin. And this just brings it out.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
Ooh, have fun at the bookstore. See ya.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Right, this is the first time that we've actually heard of the heavenly principles. Crazy.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yes. Okay, we get the lore spiel. So, about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know.
Oh, I agree that Ball was onto something with the visions. Completely agree.
That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, so what about Child?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
I would pay to see that.
Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
As for the Liyue Qixing...
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, tell me about Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your Gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, This is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Chising to debate.
It's not his circus, not his monkeys anymore.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Well, then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Yeah. Hey, Adventure Week 44. Cool. Alright, any more dialogue from you, bud?
All right, then. Was
Nope,
there
okay.
anything else you wished? Well, then.
Cool. Well, yeah, we have so much. I'm not gonna do all of this right now. Because stream is 2 hours long, but... Yeah, no, so, read the Tsaritsas' plan. Do I have... Let me see if I have one in my inventory to show you guys. Hang on, where would that be? I naturally don't have the whole thing. So on the Shivada Jade fragment, it talks about the world's burning and being made anew, essentially. And all of the fragments are named after certain deities. And Shivada is named after Shiva, which is the Hindu god of destruction. And we also know that within Norse mythology, the Ragnarok is preceded by a very long winter. And Project Stuja, which is mentioned at the end of Fontaine's Archon Quest, is Project Winter. So I'm pretty sure that the Tsaritsas' plan involves destroying Teyvat in some way, shape, or form in order to free it from Celestia. Which is probably why they want to get a hold of Irminsul, because Irminsul will be able to kind of record things and preserve certain things. And so my theory with that is, Zhongli's contract with the Tsaritsa, I think in part he probably has helped her plan this from the beginning, and part of him stepping down and divesting himself of the Gnosis is a way to work without Celestia's eyeballs on him, because like Venti said, it's like a direct red line phone to Celestia. And Focalor had to hide that thing and work in the shadows so that her plan wouldn't get clocked by the Heavenly Principles. So I assume that's what Zhongli is doing. And yeah, so my theory with that is that his contract involves protecting Liyue. He's made some deal with the Tsaritsa so that when Teyvat gets nuked, there's going to be some provision for Liyue. Or perhaps provision for people as a whole. That's my theory. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but that's the best guess that I have going on right now for him. Because it kind of makes sense for his character, and it kind of makes sense for where I see the game going. Oh, forced cutscene. Awesome. Whoops.
Children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did as I should.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will.
It is dragon tech, also, which we learned from Natlan.
I will not go into too
crazy.
much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
I can help you look for them.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it.
The ballista's also dragon tech. Yeah.
In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an Adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
Is this stuff like uranium?
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who is this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
I'm between Yao Yao and Zhao, and I don't know which is funnier.
Yes. I suppose she does count as an
maybe
Adeptus.
It's Yao Yao.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
Oh, maybe she means Chi-Chi, actually.
I'm back, Granny.
Oh no, never mind. That was not on my list at all. I completely forgot about Yanfei.
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you've already heard of the Traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
A shame?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or...
Also, Yanfei needs
Snezhnaya?
glasses.
Ah, found him. Krussel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores.
She was holding that book so close to her face.
He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya, so I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
We'll come with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Oh my god, okay.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up what the quest order is now. Because we'll want to do all of the in-between quests. Like, obviously we need to do Dainsleif's first quest, obviously. But like, Zhongli has some story quests that should open up now. I don't know if Venti's story quest will open now or not. Yeah, there's a couple. I know Zhao's is open. Zhao's has been open for a while. But I kind of want to see what the best order is to go through those, and then we'll go through those before we go on to Inazuma. I want to make sure that we're doing everything in like the proper order. We may have to do Dragonspine before we go to Inazuma. I'm not positive. It depends on when the release order is. If memory serves, it was released in between like 1.0 and 2.0. If memory serves. I have like a very distinct memory of when that map came out, and it was a big deal because it was a huge expansion for the time. And then the chasm, I can't remember. I think the chasm is post Inazuma. But in any case, yeah, because we have to do Zhongli's story quest, Venti's story quest probably, Zhao's. We probably want to do Beto's hangout so that we properly meet her before we go to Inazuma for reasons people who've played the game will know. We have a lot to do, actually, before we get to Inazuma, so that'll probably be a couple streams. I'm excited. We finished Liyue, technically. Damn. And we did. We got who we needed to get. We got what we needed to get from the wishing, which is excellent. And I have a constellation, actually. So now we have C6 Geolumi, which is awesome. I probably will work on kind of leveling up her animo talents as well, kind of in the meantime. But it sucks that we can't level Kazuha for a while. Because his materials, unfortunately, like his talent materials are from Liyue for some reason, but his actual materials to level him are all Inazuma, which sucks. So we can't actually use them until we get there. And then we got Toma, which I'm so happy about. The one annoying part about Toma is that we're gonna have to go to Surumi Island to actually level him up, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. But I'm really excited. He's perfect. This is great, because this is like our first buddy. Yeah, we got Kazuha, and then we got Toma, and we also got Sayu. So actually we have a full Inazuma roster now. Like, crisis averted. We're fine when we go to Inazuma. I'm so relieved. Yeah. So, because, yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm absolutely pleased with that. We did also get Kuchusara, which is like Heizo, where I can't really use her. Because, like, I can use her after we finish the Archon quest. And we're just doing stuff at Inazuma. If we're there, I can use her. But, like, I can't... We can't take her with us because she's, like, a general. And we can't... Yeah, we can't, like, use her during the Archon quest because we're Inazuma's most wanted and she's a cop, essentially. So, it's, yeah, same problem with... They're both Tenryou commission. I think both Heizo and Kuchusara are Tenryou commission. So, but, you know, Toma's a bro, so we can use him. And then we also got a Phonius spear, 2 of them. So I refined it, which is great. So we have that. We also have a white tassel. I need to figure out who to give that to. I'm not sure yet. And also, no joke, Toma is the second best. I don't know how it stacks up actually against Layla anymore, but Toma is the second best shielder in the game. When his shield is at full stacks. And there's a misconception that his shield is really papery, and that's not true. Very strong shielder, excellent support. I'm really happy that we got him. And he's great for overload, which is awesome, because that's what we're gonna be having to do in Inazuma. Oh yeah, random Gorgo. So, I don't think we'll use him. I'm sorry, buddy. I just don't have a use for you. Maybe we could put him on Noblesse or something. I don't know. I think Sayu would be more useful for us at that point. So anyway, yeah. Oh, and then we actually got crazy lucky. Somehow, in 80 wishes, we got Kazuha and we got Mist Splitter. Which also I unfortunately can't level until we get to Inazuma, but we have it. It's there. So Lumine is about to get a huge glow up when we finally get there. I'm so excited. So, yeah, and I did craft an Iron Sting a while back, so Kazuha will have a good sword. For him. Yeah. I'm very happy, very pleased. The only way this could have gone better was if I got a Favonius for Bennett. That's the only way that it could have gone better. So that's it. That's the stream. I'm gonna call it. Because we've been streaming almost 3 hours now. So, but yeah, what a good productive stream. Very excited. I still have some wishes left over, but I'm saving them just because I don't see a good reason to wish on any of the banners for this account. It sounds crazy to say because we have Kanish and we have Red and we have the Chronicled, but like for purposes of this account, I don't see a good reason to wish. And we have just 10 wishes left. So we didn't get enough glitter for Bennett. And we'll keep wishing on the standard kind of intermittently. But yeah, this is great. I'm really excited. I'm also happy to get the teapot because that's going to get us a lot of Prima gems, actually. Very excited for that. So I will schedule the next stream. I'll have to look up what the quest order is, and then whatever the next like suggested quest is on the quest order, we'll do that next time. Should be hopefully consistent with stream times. This last week I had like a wedding. It was super crazy. But yeah. So I'm planning Friday. I think we're moving to 3 o'clock. I think that's better for me. So that should hopefully help me be more consistent. 2 o'clock is just a titch early. Thank you for everybody that stopped by. This was so much fun. I had a great time replaying this quest. And I'm so glad that you guys like joined with me for that. It was a good time. I really enjoyed this. I enjoy this every time we do it. So yeah, take good care of yourselves. Get good sleep when you do. Remember to drink water. Do something that you love. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.